20 years, 20 years since Arsenal last got to the Champions League final. I was 10. I'm now 30. The last time we got there, like, that was the home jersey. I used to live in this jersey. Looking back, like, throwing that on, coming home from school, thinking I was prime Thierry Henry kicking the ball around. You know, who would have thought, like, it would be all this time again to actually have a realistic chance of getting to the final. I know last year we had PSG, but I think after the first leg I was kind of feeling it was the opportunity was gone. But this time around, it just feels different. I genuinely think like that we can do it. We can get there. And I know, look, there's PSG and it's Bayern in the final. If you do get there, they have the attacking talent, but they don't have the defense like ours. We can actually shut out teams. We've proven it. We can beat any team on our day. We beat Real Madrid last year. We beat Bayern Munich this year. We've beaten Atletico Madrid this year. It's about doing it when it matters. And can Arsenal do it when it matters? The old Arsenal could. The Arsenal that I grew up, you know, after the Invincible era and up until now, they couldn't. They might have won the odd FA Cup here and there, but they weren't at the table, for the majors, the Premier Leagues, the Champions Leagues. Whatever you say about Arteta, like I have my own opinions on him. Sometimes I wonder what's he doing, but he's got us back to the table. Where we can actually compete with these big teams, because we are a big team. We need to act like a big team. So yeah, it comes down to Atletico Madrid. Second leg, it's 1-1. It's at the Emirates. I'm going to the game and I'm buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. I got the email last week. I'm a red member. And yeah, just look at the draw on the ballot. So flying out tomorrow. Should get to Heathrow for about 5:30. By the time I get on the tube, get to the ground, probably be after 7. I could be roaring crying by the end of the match. But look, like, this is what it's all about, lads. I'm excited. I'm going to be getting up tomorrow, going to watch my team, and it could come back to bite me. Like, it could be a humbler. I've been humbled many times before. It's nothing new, but we can do it. Like, I believe in this team. I believe in these players. Like, I look at a lot of these players, Gabriel, Saliba. I think they're one of the best centre back partnerships in Europe. Declan Rice, for what he does, winning the ball back. He's one of the best at it. I know we don't have the attacking, talent at PSG, Bayern Munich, even Atletico Madrid, having Julian Alvarez and Griezmann, but they're all contributing, and they're all, like, we obviously we want more, but in this system, the way that we're set up, and it's not for 3-4-5-0. It's for the tight wins, win 1-0, win 2-1. But yeah, lads, what have you got for me? Like, please. It's one thing, like, Arsenal means so much to me. I'm watching Arsenal since 2002. I was 6. My first memory, Ray Parlour, Freddie Ljungberg scoring in the FA Cup final against Chelsea. Like, that era, like, who would, like, to think that, like, it was coming to an end really when I was getting into it, and now it's come full circle again where we're back at the table, but it's about getting over the line. It's about getting it done. It's about, all the rivals saying, "Oh, you haven't won anything," and they're right. But how about we prove it that we can and we will win something? We will win something major. We will win a Champions League or we will win a Premier League. Can I dream and win both? I'm not going to be greedy. Give me one of them, please. Yeah. Arsenal, what have you got for me?